For today's activity, we'll practice making ironic sets around some thesis statement that implies a human. So if you remember the last video, there was an example of a person saying he loved his girlfriend, she was beautiful, she was kind, her father had $1 billion. That third supporting idea twists the meaning of the set, and depending who you are, you might be interested in that person because he has some different concept of love, maybe, than yours. And this is a technique that some writers will use in fiction, where they'll introduce a character through an ironic set. Or it's just something great to practice, because when you twist the meaning of the thesis, if you do it well, the reader is interested. Why is that person like that? What does that mean about that person? Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's just comical, sometimes it's maybe insidious. Like, what if we had the simple statement, I love my parents, right? I love my parents is probably a statement we can all, relate to. What if we had someone say, I love my parents, they are hard-working dentists who support me, they are very encouraging of all my studies, and they are not jealous that I can do magic and travel in time. Now, the beginning of that sounded very normal. Two dentists, they love their child, they encourage their child, and their child can do magic and travel in time. That might be one way to introduce the character. Can you guess? Not Harry Potter himself, but his friend Hermione Granger. Now, obviously, when writing the story, J.K. Rowling didn't use that exact method, but this is just a way to practice. We could do real characters or literary characters, but we're going to do our own characters and anyone we think of. Like, if you are more interested in the dark stuff, you could introduce a famous literary character with something like fava beans and Chianti are delicious. I won't talk about that, but if you know that reference, that's a rather insidious twist of the ironic set. So what we'll do for our activity is write some statements, maybe 8 on 8 pieces of paper, and they should be a simple statement like, I love my parents, grapes are the best fruit. The statement should imply a human being. So we don't want to write, the sky is blue, because the sky is blue outside of human beings, most likely. If other creatures see colors the way we do, that's a rabbit hole. But whatever statement we write, we want to imply that a human being is there somewhere. It might be, I love my parents. I is obviously a pronoun. It might be, grapes are the best fruit. The best is a human judgment, most likely, unless we're in fiction or something. The statement that we write should somehow imply a human being. I will draw a statement at random, and then we'll see if we can begin with that statement and then make 2 supporting ideas and a third one that twists the meaning to introduce an interesting character. And again, this might be some character that already exists, but it's okay if it's a character just from our imagination. We just come up with some new twist that's suddenly exciting, and we say, wow, that's worth exploring. That might be a cool person or character to know more about.